Hi, I'm Derek with Knife Ship Free, and I want to introduce you to an exciting development in the world of kitchen cutlery. It's something that I had never seen, ever. It's made by Stratus Culinary, and you probably know the name. If you know the name Stratus Culinary, it's because you know that it's the company that Ken Onion is partners with for his own line of kitchen cutlery. The name of the line is called Dragon Knives. Now, let's get some of the basics out of the way right from the beginning. They're manufactured in Japan by one of the leading blade companies in the world. What that tells you is that the knives are made well. The fit and finish on these knives is great, as good as any production knife I've ever owned. My only gripe, actually, would be that the final sharpening edge on the knives, the lines are a little bit uneven, but at the same time, they're some of the sharpest knives I've ever handled out of the box. So that doesn't actually really bother me very much. The designs are traditional designs. The handles are very comfortable in your hand. They are micarta, which if you're in the knife world, you know that micarta makes handles that are nearly indestructible. They don't expand and contract with water or with temperature. They are stable awesomeness. So what is it that makes these knives different from other Japanese kitchen knives, or German kitchen knives for that matter? Well, I'm glad you asked. So with German kitchen knives, you get a homogeneous steel where it's all one kind of steel. It's tough and it's fairly soft. They're easy to sharpen, all that stuff. Japanese cutlery, they're generally a laminated steel with a very thin core of VG10. And I love those knives, actually. So I don't have any gripes with those. The only problem with those is that the cutting layer that's in the center is such a thin section of VG10 that you have to be very careful, because at the edge it can be a little chippy. The thinness makes any kind of a lateral load a problem. So what's different about these Dragon knives is that they are a homogeneous steel. So the full thickness of the blade is the cutting steel, and that adds a lot of strength to this knife. The second thing about these knives that distinguishes them is that though they're Japanese made, they use a good American steel for the blades. It's a carpenter steel. It's BD1N steel, actually. So they had this American steel shipped to Japan, magnificently heat treated, and they had them made into these magnificent knives. The steel is BD1N, a steel I'd never heard of until Stratus Culinary. It's a very tough powdered steel. It performs at its very best at a high Rockwell. That gets all of us knife geeks going, ooh, yeah. So these are actually at 63 Rockwell, which means a couple of things. These things are a pain in the butt to sharpen. But the flip side is you don't have to sharpen them very often. And it's incredibly stain resistant. You can use this knife because of how good the steel is, how tough the steel is. You can use this knife like you would any good German knife. You don't have to baby this knife. And in my mind, that makes this a really great kitchen knife. It distinguishes it from all of the other knives in the pack. You get the German toughness with the Japanese hardness. Amazing. They come standard with this black micarta handle, but we also had some specially made for us with red and black micarta, which is actually my favorite. And we call these red Dragon knives. Pretty classy, huh? Let me circle back one more time. These knives really do break new ground with a blade made of a super steel. You want performance? You want a great kitchen knife? This is your knife.